crafty friends. I hope that there's no barking or craziness that goes on during this video. So I want you to know this is design team tutorial for ASC Supplies on Etsy, and she does sell all the inks, the Ranger inks. In this project I used the Lucky Clover and the Candied Apple. And we're going to do these in stages. Well, leave those right there. I already, excuse me, I already did ink my paper. You just take your dauber, you know, just random. It's very random. And let me show you what we're going to, this is what we're going to come up with. And this is called the Bokeh technique. I really, really like it. And I especially like it after it's got the image stamped on it. This is basically stage 2, because inking this background is stage 1. And this is stage 2. So I made this myself. It's just a piece of acetate, and I used circle dies, and I just cut them out in a die cutting machine in my my Cuttlebug. All right, so that's how I'm going to do that. I am going to use, because I know you guys are going to want to know, this Hero Arts Unicorn White Pigment Ink. And I'm not sure. I don't think that they carry that at ASC Supplies. But, I'm not sure where. It's been a while since I got it. So you just want to dab. You don't want to rub. You want to blot that ink onto your circle space. And you want to do different pressures. You don't want them all the same, because they won't, you know, you won't get that effect. You want different shades of white. So these I'm doing fairly, you know, not too much pressure. And that's how that looks. I'm going to do another one here. And do one there. I really like doing them in the corner. Okay. So now we're going to do a little more white, a little brighter white. So a little bit more ink, a little bit more pressure. And you want to vary your sizes. And you want to do some hanging off the edge. And try your best not to touch your paper underneath. Try to keep your fingers on the acetate. You also don't want to do too many, because you don't want your technique, you know, the actual circles to get lost. So another thing you could do if you have one like this is you can just do one. Let's see. Do one there. So there you go. Voila. Let's do another one. The dogs are being quiet. Thank you, dogs. I was really afraid it might get crazy in here. And I'm really hoping to get this video complete today, but I have a lot of Christmas baking stuff on my counter. Today is my last day that I have off before Christmas. I'm working Monday through Sunday this coming week, and then we leave Sunday night to go to Texas, and Savannah will be here watching the horse and Rizzo. All right. Then you're just going to randomly pick different sizes to overlap. You definitely want to overlap. That's very important to making the technique look awesome. Guys, you know how I just told you that I have to work 7 days straight, and it actually made me tired just to say that. I literally felt physically tired after just speaking the words. But that's how Christmas has been for me. Pretty much all my life, because I've been a dog groomer, and the dog grooming business is pretty much like the retail business at the holidays. Everybody's got to have their pooch looking amazing for the holiday. And you got to make the money when it's there to be made. You really need your circles to be crisp. All right. So sometimes with this white ink, it fades. And that's part of it. It really makes the project look really good, but sometimes you have to go back and put your bright whites in. Here's another one, how it looks after it fades. So I will go back and put in my bright whites. And then our next step that we're going to do is first we're going to let these all dry. And when we come back, what we will do is pick our stamps and do our stamp layout of and then we're gonna heat emboss. So we'll use the Versamark ink, which you can get at ASC Supplies. I just love this technique. And this can be done with colors that are not Christmas. Don't have to be Christmas colors. And see, even these brighter whites that I'm putting on, they're going to fade again. So don't worry if to you that looks too bright. Now remember, you want to hang some off the edge so it doesn't look so uniform. And this looks so cool once the images are on there. I'm telling you guys, you're going to love it if you haven't seen it before. And I did some last year. So if you've been around a while, you've probably seen this technique. But if you're new, hopefully this is something different for you. And I may even cut some of these down. You know, not have them so square, but we'll see. And if you need to go back and add more pigment to some spots, you can just keep doing that until it suits you. But yeah, I'm happy now. You want to be sure you always cover your inks back up tightly. I found this out the hard way. I wanted to do this project a week ago, and I had to order more white. I'm going to take this in the kitchen. I'm going to go clean this off so I can use it again. And I'll be back when I'm back for the next part of this. Because once I go to the kitchen, I'm sure I'm going to work on some of the baking stuff. Thanks. On to our next step. And I did let this dry, but I'm going to take my powder bag and I'm going to put powder on that. And the reason I'm going to do that is because when you use the Versamark ink, it can get, you know, in other places and then things can stick to it. I'm going to use this beautiful Lavinia Stamps butterfly for this Christmas card. Perfect. This is going to be a Christmas butterfly. All right. You know what? I'm going to put that one there. And we're going to take our Versamark ink, which you can get at ASC Supplies. Oh, I guess I better close my Misty. That is a bit of a problem. Let's see. Okay, it's interfering with these two. All right, let's do it this way. Alright, that'll work. Let's get it to stick to our Misty. And I got sticky on my fingers, so I'm going to put a little powder bag on. And I'm going to take my Versamark ink. I'm going to ink that up really good. Hate it when that happens. And that happens to me a lot. Alright, so now I'm going to take that, and I'm going to use black embossing powder that you can get at ASC Supplies. Look at that! Oh my gosh, it came out so beautiful. Okay, so sometimes you get like little stuff like this, and I just take a little brush and I just brush off any extra embossing powder with my brush. Oh, that is going to look so good. Alright. So now I'm going to take my heat tool. Look at that beautiful Lavinia butterfly. Oh, so pretty. All right, now I have a Christmas butterfly. Let's do, I did this one a little bit ago. So you can literally do this background and put any kind of stamp you want on it. You can do any color scheme. So it can work for any holiday, any special occasion, and even all occasion cards. So there you go. I would say this is easy, but honestly, it does take time to get everything down. This powder bag is a very important component. You may not think so, but I promise you, if you don't, you will have fingerprints and all kinds of other stuff sticking to your, you know, your background. So get your powder bag tool, get your Versamark, get your distress inks, and even your stamps at ASC Supplies on Etsy. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope this helped.